yes, oh yes, oh yes. Welcome back. Jamaican geared lifestyle, guys. Keeping it cool gears all the time. Well, today we went to the lawnmower and this happened. And before we start panicking, if you're having the same problem, there's several tests that can be done to find the culprit. And it's just the simple electronic problem. It's the 12 volt come from the battery through the safety harness and goes to the starter, which we know rotates, cause spark and start. If you go and you get that clicking sound, the first thing you do is you test if it's the battery. You can do this by jump starting the mower or just simply changing or charging your battery. Secondly, it can be the solenoid, and the solenoid is that thing over there. So you would do it by bypassing the solenoid, and that's just by touching a metal object on the two posts. If you bypass the solenoid and you still didn't get it started, you can check by applying power to the applying 12 volt directly to the starter. I'm going to attach the battery and touch the starter, and if it doesn't turn over, then we know that the starter is the culprit. So let's, and we attach the power cable, the battery to the starter, nothing. So we have a bad starter. So we're going to replace the starter today. And replacing the starter is simple. It is secured to the unit by 3 screws. 3 is 13 or 12 millimeter screws, whichever one. Not all starters are gonna have the same measurement. So all I have to do is just remove the hose. I had already gone ahead and removed the flywheel housing, because in the diagnosis I checked if the engine was seized. And how you check if the engine is seized is that you remove the casing and you turn the flywheel by hand. So when you turn the flywheel by hand, if it rotates, then you know that the engine's okay. So it's a next component. And this is me removing the flywheel and giving it the turn by hand test, and everything was okay there. So if we recap the tests that you can do to find out why the lawnmower isn't starting but just a clicking sound: first the battery, then the solenoid, then the starter, then the flywheel. There's a fifth one where the safety switch isn't being depressed properly, or the line, the switches are corroded. Well, to remove the starter, I removed the flywheel casing and two 13mm bolt from the top side, and then a next 13mm bolt from the power cable that secures it. I went ahead and tested it again, and still nothing. To install the starter, the new starter, we just do the process in reverse. So we install the two 13mm bolt back into the machine through the starter, and then secure the power cable back to the starter. Then replace the housing unit, and this is what it looks like, the new starter there, completed. I have to get a tripod to better show these activity, guys. Not getting a good, but this is the old starter here. Let's get in it done. In this video I'd also replaced the solenoid, but I bought this universal one that it already came damaged from AutoZone. I didn't even get the chance to bring it back. But whenever you're doing the replacement, one of the things is to make sure you clean all the wires so they're not corroded and stuff, and just re-secure it. Guys, repeat, mechanic his work is pretty easy, you know, if you're a do-it-yourself person. Because it's simple just finding the component that is bad, unbolting it, and re-securing it. Simple. Um, so this is the test out to bypass so I'll show you how to replace the solenoid in the next video. This is I wanted to show you. I was passing by one of my friend's house and I stopped and I saw him using a Roy Beer, whatsoever it is called. Ruby. I'm not sure, guys. I'm sorry, but I think it was pretty neat. I have this idea where I want to start like a eco division where I use all electronic tools in cutting the lawn, you know, eco-friendly type thing. And I've been researching into electronic motors for like a year now because I really want to approach it. How powerful is the electrical motor and how long, you know, recharging out there in the field and stuff like that. And I was told that this one gives you about 30 minutes. It's pretty good, but not for. I wouldn't recommend it for commercial use. But as you can see, for a simple yard job, cut, trim, edge, blow, it is beautiful, and I think it's at a beautiful price. You get the package price, which is like 250, 300. You get the blower, the edge trimmer, and attachable pieces. It's not a promotional video or anything. Just like if you're into this type of gear and stuff like that. But like, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.